HavenHouse is an organization that takes care of patients and families that need to travel to St. Louis for medical care. Our programs are threefold, really. We provide lodging, we provide meals for our families, and what we call support services. So really anything that might make the family's journey through their medical situation here in St. Louis a little bit easier.
So we've seen families from all 50 states and 75 foreign countries. But the majority of our families are from rural Midwest, so rural Missouri, rural Illinois, and Kansas.
We serve any patient with any illness, but what we're seeing right now are the most critical cases. So we're seeing families that need months, often years of care.
Yeah, I knew something was wrong. And then, of course, when we took her to the doctor, they're like, well, let me have somebody else look at her. She looked at her and said, don't go look this up, but we think that she could have neurofibromatosis.
I drove 20 minutes to work, and as soon as I stepped foot in the door, my phone rang, and it was Tammy, and she was in hysterics. And she's like, Steve, there's a problem. I said, what? Well, before Havyn even woke up, the radiologist was in the room and said, it's time. You guys got to rush down to the hospital because this thing has grown and we found something new. NF1 is a tumor disorder. It's a genetic disorder, so you're born with it. But for kids especially, it causes internal tumors, brain tumors, spinal cord tumors, also causes bone deformations. Leg bones can be deformed. In Havyn's case, she has severe scoliosis. It comes with learning disabilities, all kinds of things, but they call it a tumor disorder. HavenHouse is in the name. It's a haven. It's a place for people who need a safe place, a welcoming place, a warm place to stay when they're in town for medical stuff.
HavenHouse to me is just really kind of like home away from home. It's incredible, really, when you think about a facility and an organization that is looking for to meet the needs of people who are going through a really difficult time.
Everybody has stuff happen to them that they don't want. I tell my kids all the time, like, you can't choose what happens to you, but you can choose how you respond to what happens to you. And so we knew before she was born that our prayer was that she would be a person who found joy in the midst of life's difficulties. We had no idea that that was going to be tested through her whole childhood. And I can tell you, like, not only is that kid's name Havyn Joy, but Havyn is full of joy. She has found a way to be happy even when life dealt her a really bad hand.
I like Claudia, and the breakfast is really good. And I love the cookies there. And they named the house after me.
Having a place like HavenHouse is crucial. We talk a lot about everybody goes through, we call it mud. Your mud could be your daughter's genetic disorder, but it could be your unemployment or your divorce or your depression or whatever it is. We all go through mud. Nobody should go through mud alone. And HavenHouse is a place where you get to be in the mud with some other people who are in the mud. And so we found an incredible community there.
We are so grateful for HavenHouse and just the way they have rallied around our family and the way they've supported us, the way that that they continue to support so many other families.
So HavenHouse matters for many, many reasons, but the main one is that people deserve to get the care that they need and have options that don't break the bank, that don't make them spiral or have even more crisis. They deserve to be able to focus on that medical care and have all the other things be taken care of for them and have those things be a little bit easier so it's not the focus. The focus should be the medical care, the treatment that the family member needs, not where am I going to lay my head.
We want them to feel our support and love from their very first visit to their 101st visit. We want them to have that same feeling of relief. This is HavenHouse. I can relax here.
We are incredibly grateful. We say often that we are surrounded by an invisible army. There have been people that have helped us that didn't even know they were helping us directly. And I know that there are untold numbers of people that have given to organizations, and HavenHouse specifically, that maybe you don't realize you're making a difference when you write that check, but there are real people on the other end that are receiving really life-changing support. And so I would say to folks that support HavenHouse, thank you. Thank you for making a difference in the young family. I really don't know where we'd be without you.
My vision as executive director is that every family that comes to St. Louis for medical care knows that we exist, that there's a place for them, there's a safe place for them, and there's individuals waiting here with open arms that understand what they're going through and can hopefully help them navigate any system that they find themselves walking through here in St. Louis.
Every part of our mission, every person involved is vital to carrying out what we do every day. We need every part of that to make this wheel spin.
I do this because folks are still sleeping in their vehicles every single night. And I still get calls from security saying, we have someone here that is newly diagnosed with cancer and they're sleeping in their car for the entire week without resources. And that alone drives me every single day to continue to promote this mission, to spread the word, to share how important this is with everyone I see.